$42 million on his new contract, which is more than Aaron Judge signed on his 9 year, 9 year, $360 million contract. And Kyle Tucker just signed for 4 years for $260 million, $240 million, which is $60 million a season. And my buddy Lanker sent me the best thing that Anthony Volpe hit one less home run, three less home runs, one less RBI, and is making $3.475 million, whereas Tucker is making $60 million. The Mets came in at 4 years, 220, wasn't enough. So then they get Bichette. Bichette has a opt out after years 1 and 2, and he's going to play third base. And as Erica Block said, Bo Bichette has never played third base at any professional level, minor or major leagues. Never, never. Now, he is a Major League Baseball player. He's played shortstop. He has won a gold. No, he has not won a Gold Glove. No, he has not. Kyle Tucker would, and he has not been known for being great defensively, but he is great with the bat. And if he can play shortstop, that means has enough range to throw a ball from third to first. Then my friend Bumble said that there was trades talk with Beatty going to Detroit, but now they think they can play Beatty in left field. You got to keep. You need more at bats, more guys in the lineup. So now you have a big three right now I guess, is it a big three? With Soto. Yeah, there it is. The three. Your shortstop, it's now you have a team. Well, you have three guys. I still think that it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them that you got Lindor, who plays every day. Soto had a very good season, and now you got Bichette, and Bichette can opt out. And everybody's talking about work stoppage, which Barnes does not feel is going to happen. But with all this money going around, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, Bichette. So they also, Erica Block said, Kyle Tucker at 5 games at Citi Field, 3 for 18, a 167 batting average, 2 home runs, a 286 on base percentage, 500 slugging, 5 strikeouts, 3 base on balls, a stolen base, 1,000 fielding. It doesn't matter. He's not coming here. The Dodgers the rich keep getting richer. That's all that keeps happening, folks, is the rich keep getting richer, which is, even, you think about the contract. Judge signed the contract, 3 years? When did Judge sign? Judge contract he signed December 2022 with an average of $40 million. And you're talking about a guy in Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker this year, it's not even like he had and he was benched this year by the Cubs. So he hit 22 home runs, 73 RBIs, 266, 133 hits. He turns 29 tomorrow. King Tuck. How does that warrant $60 million? So reportedly he's going to play right field for the Dodgers. They're already over the luxury tax, which is going to put a bill of about $161, $164 million for next season. The Blue Jays and also are over, and I thought he was going to Philly, but they said he didn't want to play on the carpet in Toronto for 81 games because he sprained his knee sliding into Yankee Stadium, which wasn't a turf field, and hit a 3-run homer in Game 7, which they ended up losing to the Dodgers. He's a very good player. He came off a 225 batting average last 24, 311 this year. Has led the league in hitting twice. He's hit over 296 of his 7 years when he's played a full season. He is a good player. He'll be 28 March 5th, 18 home runs, 94 RBIs, 311 batting average. That would be, opt-outs years 1 and 2, 2-time All-Star, shortstop. Yeah, Brett Beatty said can move to left field. Hit 290, as I said, 6 of his first 7 seasons. Led the AL in hitting twice. Missed the final month of last season. Sprained his knee. He is good offense. Jay said good offense. So much for Stearns' run prevention theory. Can we say Stearns is full of shit? And Bellinger's still out there, and the Yankees supposedly have offered him 2 opt-out years in the contract, which he still hasn't signed. As I said, the Mets offered him. Bumble says less range needed, kept him away from Phillies. Now they have a lot of trade options, trade pieces. So we'll see. They have a good farm system. We'll see what happens. Everybody says they're happy with it. I saw Brandon say that, he's never played third base, but he's a Major League Baseball player. I mean, they've put other guys at different positions. They put guys in the outfield at first base. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess we'll see what happens going forward. Yeah, I mean, uh, the Mets had to do something. Yankees haven't really done anything, and I still think they're going to go after the. Oh, that's what Bumble sent me too. He said that Framber Valdez. That's another guy he feels they can do that. 122. What's today's date? Uh, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Sure, they're fouling. Sure. Works for me. Yes. Okay. So Fallon is back, I guess. Back and better than before. All right. So what else did I have? Yes. 2024, Bichette, 225 average, 0.3 war. What's up, Bernie? Lowest of career this year, 3.5 war, 311 batting average. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I don't know. It really sounds like a 1 year contract, and everybody's saying a work stoppage in 27. It's just the money going around. I mean, when Judge got 40 and 22, that was a lot of money, and now 42 for Bichette, 60 million for Tucker just blows my mind. I just don't get. And the Dodgers just keep getting better. It's just it is absolutely bonkers. JT Realmalto, 3 years, 45 million. He has a chance to get 5 million in incentives every year. He turns 35 in March. His WAR's in his 6 full seasons with the Phillies been between 2.5 and 6.5. They acquired him in 2019. He led the NL in games caught in 22, 23, 25. Last year, 91 games last year, 12 home runs, a career low in 133 games, 12 home runs, 52 RBIs, 257 batting average. They didn't get Bichette. They kept, listen, the one guy they kept was their leadoff hitter. And I'm telling you, my brain is going to mush. Leadoff hitter, leadoff hitter. They kept Schwarber. Schwarber contract got a very nice contract, and yeah, Kyle Schwarber got paid. This was now Schwarber is going to be how old is Schwarber going to be this season? He is Kyle Schwarber got that. Kyle Schwarber got a lot, and the Mets were. I went to the Mets. I thought the Pirates were going to go after him. They did not. He just signed what did he just sign? I gotta see. 5 years, 150 through 2030. He'll be 33 in March, also March 5th, which is interesting. Same birthday as Tucker, right? Or was that wait, who else is March 5th? Did I just say that about Tucker? No, I think I said that about Bichette. Bichette's birthday is March 5th. But is Bo Bichette's birthday the same? Am I hallucinating here? Bo Bichette, no, July. Yes, Bo Bichette and Bo Bichette and Schwarber have the same birthday, same day, not the same year, but same day. That was kind of interesting. So yeah, so Rio Malto is back. Kyle Tucker will be 29 tomorrow. No, tomorrow. Be 29 tomorrow. 4-time All-Star, Gold Glove. This past year, as I said, 25 stolen bases though, with 22, 73, 266. 22 in his Gold Glove year, 30 home runs, 107 RBIs, 257, 25 stolen bases. Then in 23, he had 29, led the league at 112 RBIs, 284, 30 stolen bases. Tommy Edman is coming off ankle surgery. As I said, Tucker has opt-outs in years 2 and 3. They're looking, so Andy Pius in center, Teoscar Hernandez, one corner. And they were looking at Ryan Ward and Alex Call as the other corners, but now they think Tucker will play right field. Dodgers left fielders ranked 17th in OPS last season, so they think Pius in center field, Tucker at right field. They paid a record luxury tax last year, 169.4. I don't know how it could go. They have to pay 110% on every dollar that they have to pay Tucker. Their projected luxury tax over 161 million. Payroll near 414 million for the Dodgers. Unbelievable. I mean, just Jay's highest threshold at 304 million. I mean, just the money is astronomical. It's like crazy, right? It's bonkers. Dodgers were already 35 million over the highest threshold. Tucker has 30 million in deferrals, 10 million each of the final 3 seasons. The net value is 57 million per season. It just to even say it out loud, like we were saying, what would Judge get now if he was playing? If he was up for contract? And Barnes said 90 million, but I think 80, 90 million easy. I mean, and they're saying work stoppage. Barnes doesn't agree. I feel like we're headed toward that direction. Things are out of control again. And it feels like everybody's opting out after 1 year anyway, so they just want to reset the market every single season. Uh, yeah, Tucker has 3 more home runs and 1 more RBI than Anthony Volpe. Thank you for that, Lanker. Yeah, and he's making 56 million less than Tucker, and the WAR is 4.5 versus 1 year, which I agree with. And Volpe is your starting shortstop, right? Crazy, crazy. Yeah, I don't see how he got 60 million. It's not even like he's not 26. Tucker is now 29 tomorrow. So it's not like he's this super young guy. And Bellinger is right. Tucker is 29 tomorrow. So he's 29 tomorrow. And then Bellinger is he 30 going on 31? Yeah, Cody Bellinger is, yeah, he'll be 31 this season. So 2 years difference. How much Bellinger? They said he was going for 37 million. What's he going to ask for now? I'm curious where that's going to end up. Yeah, I don't know. And then there's this. Then there's this. Tommy sent me this one. This is from Chris Drury to the fans of the Rangers. We wanted to take a moment to connect with our loyal and passionate fan base. We know and feel your disappointment with how the season has gone to this point. We are just as frustrated and want nothing more than to deliver an on-ice product you can be proud of. It's what drives us every day. No one in the organization is happy with what has transpired. Five wins at home. What's up there, Josh? From management to coaches to players. Over the last few years, we've had some successes and moments to cherish, but ultimately, it was not the end goal. We are working relentlessly every day to bring a Stanley Cup back to New York because that is what our fans deserve. With our position in the standings and injuries to key players this season, we must be honest and realistic about our situation. We are not going to stand pat. A shift will give us the ability to be smart and opportunistic as we retool the team. What does that mean, retool the team? Okay. This will not be a rebuild. No, it won't. This will be a retool built around our core players and prospects. What core players? Because Panarin's gone at the end of the season. Mika, Igor, JT Miller, who's lost a step and injured. We will target players that bring tenacity, skill, speed, and a winning pedigree with a focus on obtaining young players, draft picks, and cap space to allow us flexibility moving forward. That may mean saying goodbye to players that have brought us and our fans great moments over the years. It's been a while. These players represented the Rangers with pride and class and will always be a part of our family. As we start on this new strategic plan, we will continue to play hard with pride and passion for our fans. We appreciate your unwavering support for the Rangers more than we can describe, and thank you for all that you do for our organization. You will begin to see some of our plans come to light in the coming weeks and months. Let's go Rangers. Chris Drury, President and GM. Okay. Yes, well, Josh, I missed you. What'd you say right there? Yeah, what up? Yeah, okay. So I read that. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, and Ernie and Josh and Kev are doing their own show. Give me the name of the show again. I can't remember the name. They're doing a podcast. They did one last night, 9:30. Sorry, guys. I was in bed, and then I had a doctor's appointment early this morning, so I apologize that I was not there to support you guys last night. But we're all doing podcasts. Brandon's doing podcasts. I'm doing podcasts. Josh, Kev, and Yak, and Ernie are doing a podcast. So we're all one big happy family. Kumbaya, baby. All right. So no trade. There's a no trade clause, players, and there's no movement clauses. So Panarin, who's an undrafted free agent at the end of the year, has a full no movement clause. He holds all the power. He can veto any trade. Now, you have to get rid of him because they said they are not going to give him a contract. So basically, he has you by the gonads. And he's saying, fuck you, I'm not going to go there. Fuck. So but you have to get rid of him before the season ends. Or maybe he'll just won't move. Now, I feel like this is crazy when you give. Now, this is what you give your star guys. And he has led the Rangers in points all 6 years, right? And he's leading them again this season in goals, assists, and points with them. So he has a full, holds all the power. Mika has a full no movement clause through 28-29. So we're talking about the core players, right? Players fans love and everything. So Mika and Panarin, I don't know what's happening there. Igor, full no move clause, duration of his contract, which started this year, which is through 32-33. Is that what it is? I need to find. I wrote all my cards out. Let me see where. Panarin, defenseman. Yeah, Igor is here for a very long time. Yeah, for a very long time. Igor's contract. Let me look that up because so I'm going through all the guys that are here for a very, very long time. So Igor is signed to an 8-year, $92 million contract through the 32-33 season. So he's not going anywhere. So now we've got Panarin, Mika. Mika has a no movement clause, so you can't get at least for the next, Jesus Christ, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 25, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28. So 4 more years, including this year. 4 years. Can't move him. Igor through 2032-33. Trocheck under contract through 2028-29. He has 12 teams that are no trade lists. That is a lot of teams. 12 teams he won't go to. So that limits you because they hold the power with the teams they'll actually go to. Fox, no movement clause through this season. Willing to move. I'm trying. Johnny Brzezinski and Connor Sheary are pending unrestricted free agents. Quick is like Ranger or retire, so he's not going anywhere. And you need someone to play goal because you're not doing anything. 46 points, the Rangers, 479 point percentage under Mike Sullivan. They've lost 5 in a row. They've been outscored in their last 4 games by the Sabres, Bruins, Kraken, and Senators, only 27-10, which is a good football score. So that's what's going. 30th in league in scoring, 2.58 goals per game. There's 32 teams in the NHL. Is that how many teams we have? NHL, how many teams? NHL, how many teams? We have 32. So 12 of them, there's only 20 teams that Trocheck will let you trade him to, right? 12 teams. Prior to releasing letter, he had a team meeting, Drury, and met individually with JT Miller, Mika, Panarin, Trocheck, and Fox. Yeah, I don't know how they're targeting players that bring tenacity, speed, skill, and winning pedigree. Well, I thought, they've been to 2 conference finals, right? Darian Menza transferring from Duke. Where's he going? Where's Menza going? Well, where's he going? Really, Menza is gone, huh, Patty? Menza. Where's he going? That's crazy. So did he pick a school? Yep, Duke concern. It just happened. So you saw it happen. Wow. Old quarterback rumored to Miami. Wait, so do you like Menza going there? Wow. Crazy. Miami facing Menza roadblock even if he wants to make the move. Reports suggest his current NIL contract structure could make any outside pursuit, including a potential Miami swing, far more complicated. Okay, why? Is preparing for the college football national championship, but roster building does not stop for the title anymore. He could enter the portal. Have growing concerns that he could enter the portal. The closing hours noted he signed a multi-year deal last offseason that pays him $4 million annually. He was all ACC last year and a second nationally with 3,973 passing yards and 34 touchdowns. Oh, it comes how the money and rights are reportedly structured. Duke's understanding is Menza contract gives the school exclusive NIL rights, and only Duke has the ability to cancel the deal. Thamwell also noted that Menza would only be able to access revenue-sharing money through Duke unless the contract is terminated, and that any effort by any other school to compensate him outside of revenue sharing would be scrutinized. Good, yeah, good. Well, he signed a contract. He's got to, that's the thing. So it doesn't sound that easy, Patty. I'm kind of curious if that's going to happen. Okay, so back to the Rangers. So they want to target players that bring tenacity, skill, speed, and winning pedigree. How are they doing all this? Also, you have your salary cap where they didn't have a lot to play around with this season. So you got to get rid of contracts. Mika's not going anywhere. Miller's not going anywhere. Laffy would be nice to get rid of. Laffy would be a nice guy but who wants him? Maybe somebody. Yeah. I don't know. Panarin's in the last year of a 7-year, $81.5 million deal, unrestricted free agent as of July 1st. He leads a team with 51 points 16 goals, 35 assists. So, he's playing like he usually plays. Doesn't play a lot of defense. Through 47 games, ninth all-time in 601 points, 202 goals, 399 assists in 477 games. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals in 22 and 24. Carson Soucy also was an unrestricted free agent. He's not going to play in the Flyers game at 1 tomorrow because of personal reasons. Defenseman Will Borgen is signed through 29-30. Gavrikov and Laffy through 2031-32. Igor through 2032-33. Now, interestingly enough, I was reading something in the NHL as I was doing my little tidbits for the show. They also did back on February 8th, 2018, then President Glenn Sather and GM Jeff Gordon also sent a letter to the fan base. This was after they made the Stanley Cup 2014, Eastern Conference Finals in 12 and 15, missed the playoffs in 18-19. So that was during, so they're missing the playoffs. And, well, I guess this was 18-19. So this was 17. This was the big end of, and they missed the playoffs the next year. So they ended up signing Panarin and then acquired Fox and Trouba in the 2019 offseason. So they've done this before, which it seems like but it's not a continuing thing. And postseason 2020, missed the playoffs in 21, 3 straight years from 22 through 24, Eastern Conference Finals in 22 and 24. Yeah, he's going to work relentlessly every day to bring it back. Yeah, every day. And I was talking to Ari, who is his dad's been going to games, and Ari's been going to games since he was SM All. And Ari said to me, I was asking him a lot of stuff about this. I said, what's a retool? I burn it down. He goes, they can't. They have players with no movement clauses. You can't trade Mika unless he wants to. Trocheck, Schneider, Soucy, and Panarin. Panarin does not have a modified list, so he can decide. So it's up to him. They will work with him on a place to go, and the team will know they can offer less because they know that he's going here. So that's going to be a big problem. So Rangers screwed. He said, if Drury can't make good trades, evaluate talent and draft and develop prospects, then they are screwed. The Rangers have been bad at drafting and developing, and it's coming back to hurt them. So this has been a problem, and they just keep stirring it and putting it out there. I mean, Michigan has to be furious. I'm furious. I just feel like you put this letter out, so we're retooling. Dude, you're in last place in the East. You have 5 home wins this season. You just got blown out 8-4 with 6-0 at the end of 2 periods. You gave up 10 goals in Boston last weekend. I mean, honestly, 30 goals in the 5 games that Igor's been out. Igor's not on the ice, but it's not getting, skating and getting down his goal is a different thing. Foxy's been hurt all season. Laffy got a goal, but he's been, disappeared. And Mika and Panarin's Panarin. Mika's, but they don't have a lot of time. Peralta did get 2 goals the other night. Got 2 goals, and I guess we're gonna see. So, yeah, it's not good. It's even reading the letter, just like the fan base has to be like, come on, dude. You're full of shit. This isn't working. This is a mess right now. We're a mess right now. You're just saying stuff, and you don't have the player. You can't get rid of the player. To get what you want, you have to get rid of the players you can't get rid of. So you're kind of stuck. This is the team. They're not showing a lot of effort. He's on an $81 million contract. They're not going to re-offer him a new contract, Panarin. Panarin's going to get it somewhere else. But where's the pride? Where's the hunger? Where's everything with this team? You don't see it. It's not happening. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I just feel like, well, yeah, and we'll see if that happens with Menza, but I don't know if it is. Steve Bondi calculates since 2022, the Knicks are 18-20 without Brunson. He did not play last night, so the Knicks got blown out. Surprise, Nolan lost his nuts. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, well, if you were listening, they did this back in 2018 with Glenn Sather and Gordon, the GM. They wrote a letter, and then they got Panarin, and they got Trouba, and they made the playoffs. 2 Eastern, but it's kind of the same thing. Nothing sustained. They never won a cup. They got to 2 Eastern Conference Finals, and now we're back in the same situation again. And you can't move any of these guys, Barnes. You can't move anybody. So where do you go from here? It's definitely not a retool. Retool is the wrong word. It's a rebuild. I don't know why he's afraid to call it a rebuild. Yeah, but what points to Drury being the right? I don't know. Who else? Okay, but this is what we do. in all the leagues. You just retread coaches. I listen. We talk about with Harbaugh getting signed. He's going to bring in Monken from his 89 team last year, Weaver from his 89 defense last year. And I was talking with Cullum yesterday, and he said, well, Monken's offense. And then I was talking to Patty, and he feels like Monken's offense might not work with the Giants. You want to see development from Dart. You have Dart. You have Scat. You have Thomas on the line, and you have Neighbors. And Theo Johnson, who seems to drop a lot of passes. Yeah, I know you keep talking about Lou Lamoriello. Yeah, hanging out with Cashman. All right, Barnes. Yeah, I guess they're hanging out together, Patty. I mean, that's the thing with the Giants. At least now they have pieces. He has pieces he can work with. But I don't understand why you come into a new job and you feel like you have to stay with the same coaches. And now you bring up Trotz and Lamoriello. How old is Trotz? How old is Lamoriello? When was the last time Lamoriello had real success? It's been a while. And Trotz. Does Trotz want to be in charge of a whole rebuild? He's down in he's down in Nashville. How old is Trotz? Trotz is 63. How old is Lou Lamoriello? Isn't there any young guys out here? Is 83, dude. 83 years old. You're going to get Lou Lamoriello at 83. That's like asking my mom, who keeps herself in good shape, if that's going to happen. Giants could make the playoffs. Yeah, they could. That'd be a big jump. But then again, there were big jumps this year by the Pats, and there were big jumps by the Jags this year. So maybe, yeah, he's seen it. He's seen it all. Yes, he's 83 years old. That's who you want running the ring? Really? The bench could energize him. The bench? Whose team are we talking about? The bench? The Rangers bench or the Giants bench? The Yankees bench? Whose bench are we talking about? I feel like I'm getting. So the Knicks are now 2-8 their last 10, 7-8 since they won the NBA Cup. Oh, for Trotz, I don't think they'd have to pay him a lot of money. How much is Drury making a season? Lou would be the GM. You want an 83-year-old GM. That's who you want. You're telling me there's nobody else out there besides him. There's not some assistant GM on teams that are playing well every goddamn season. The problem is you win Coach of the Year, you're gone within 2 years. NHL seems like you win 1 year, it's like professional soccer overseas. You win 1 year, boom, you're out the next year. So, and then you're saying get rid of him right now in the middle of a season. I feel like this is it. Season is what it is. You're going to see how the season ends. You're not going to get rid of Panarin's going to go, and you're not going to get anything for him. You're going to be stuck with Mika, JT Miller, and the rest of Laffy and the rest of these bums. And next season it's going to be, if not worse than this. I can't see it getting any better. I guess we're going to see. Well, so the Knicks lost last night without Brunson, but if you're going to fire him anyway, well, why fire him now? Do you really think Trotz or Lamoriello are interested right now on January 16th? Hey, you come in and take the job over. Well, why? What are they going to do right now? And Dolan isn't that kind of guy. Dolan doesn't pull the trigger. Who's the only guy who pulled the trigger like that in all New York sports? What owner? And he comes straight right. George Steinbrenner. No other owner. The Jets waffle. Well, they did get rid of. They did fire Sal in the middle of the season, but if it was a multi-year deal, yeah, yes, it would have to be a multi-year deal. Yes, they're one of the original 6. Yes. Multi-year deals for who? For GMs or coaches? Yeah, I don't know which one. What are we talking about? Yeah, because my for coaches get multi-year deals. It's just, but if you don't make the playoffs, you win the cup, you have a bad year, you're gone. Yeah, and it's in soccer, you win I've seen teams win it all. What's the yeah. Oh, yeah, Trotz to come in. Yeah, Trotz isn't coming in for a win. Trotz wants a multi-year deal, full control, all that stuff. I thought he was good with the Islanders. I thought Lou Lamoriello was good, but it didn't really. He was so good with the Devils, and they had that great run. But since then, it's been, I don't know. I'm saying to bring in a coach mid-year, they're not giving multi-year deals. Right. I agree. Right. It's, if anything, if you bring in a coach, it's an interim coach. It's a guy off the bench. And if they take the guy off the bench, wouldn't they bring in that's another thing. Who's the assistant coach who's on it? Yeah. And Barnes, a breath of what fresh air? Dude, it's not going to change anything. You've been at games, I've been at games. There's nothing changed with this team. This team is sleepwalking. Changing of the guard right now doesn't mean shit. Dude, it's going to happen at the end of the season. You're going to ride out this season. Yeah, Quinn. You want Quinn back as a coach? Yeah, that's the thing. So bring Quinn in as a coach. You're going to fire Sullivan, who's on a multi-year deal. Get rid of him. And Sullivan's pissed off. I mean, it's a shit show, man. It is a total shit show right now. Yeah, total shit show. Yeah, there's no retirement tour. Pittsburgh Penguins, that's for sure. Yes. Yeah, Barnes, I think your heart's in the right place, but it's not happening, and it's not changing anything. What is anything doing? Boone. They never got rid of Boone. There's years we should have got rid of Boone, and Boone is back year after year after year. And you're going to tell me that Boone is going to lead the Yankees to a world championship? What you've seen of him coaching is enough to say that he's the guy going to. I don't agree. I think Mike Brown. I think it was they brought Mike Brown in, and they got rid of Tibbs. And now they are in third place. They fell behind the Celtics, who won last night. So the Celtics are now number 2 in the Eastern Conference. And this is the year where you want the Knicks to be fighting for the number 1 seed to get home court throughout the whole playoffs. And they're going through a shit. They're 2-8 their last 10. They're 7-8 since they won the Cup. They're not playing good basketball. And the Celtics are playing better basketball. Yeah. You know what, Barnes? If the players, well, dude, that means you don't have the right players on the team. If the players you brought in aren't performing in the postseason, then that means they aren't the best players. If it's done, dude. You haven't won a championship since 2009. 2009, dude. Really, think about it. In the last, like Kev said, one championship this century. One in year 26. And Cashman has been there through the whole goddamn run. Another team, you got Hal Steinbrenner, who sits on his hands. I mean, we talk about this ad nauseum. It's the truth. The Yankees aren't changing. And you're talking about this year if these guys performed during the postseason. Judge did it. Nobody else did. You're telling me that this team, I don't care what they do, once postseason comes, that's when it really counts, and guys are not going to step up like they didn't. You go through the whole lineup. Nobody. Grisham, Jazz, Wells, Ben Rice, Volpe hit a little bit. Dominguez didn't get any chances. Bellinger hit a little bit. What are we talking about here? Yeah. Hal may sell if the salary cap doesn't get bullshit. That's their family business. There's no way. Where did you read this? Are you just making this up as you go along? There's no way, Barnes, I've ever heard Hal saying he's going to sell the team. They are a multi-billion-dollar organization. Kay said it. Does Kay own the team? Kay gets paid by the team. Yeah. So Kay's saying that, he can't stand it. Then sell the team. Who are you going to sell to? You're going to have to sell to somebody you're going to have to sell to a corporation. And then who are you going to get to run the team? Who's going to be the GM? You think that's going to make things better? When the Yankees have been in the Steinbrenner family since 73? So 53 years? And so you want Jeff Bezos to buy the team, to run the team. You think that's a good move? Honestly. Are you looking at yourself in the mirror when you say this, or are you just throwing shit out there and hope it sticks in the wall? You honestly think that selling to a multi-billionaire is going to make the Yankees better, and then it'll get rid of Cashman, and it'll change things around, the Yankees start winning again? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't understand anything you're saying right now. I think you're just saying stuff to say stuff. Yeah, Barnes, you're out of control. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I don't buy any of this. The Steinbrenners run the teams forever. Yeah, why not? What you think it's going to make it better? You think they're going to bring who they bringing in as GM? Yeah, a billionaire. How does Jeff Bezos have balls? What does he have balls? Because he started Amazon, a company with his parents' money, and it turned into be the biggest business ever. You think he really wants to own a sports team and deal with a sports team? Really? Oh, so Theo Epstein's the guy. Theo Epstein's going to turn everything around. Okay. Theo wants to come here. Yeah. He's not cheap. So Hal Steinbrenner is cheap. We're going to go with cheap as Hal Steinbrenner. I mean, he still has a high payroll. I don't think it's cheap. I just don't think he's brought in anybody that you're such a diehard fan that I think you don't see everything around you, and I don't see it. I don't think any of this is going to make the team any better. Who's a liar? Hal or who's a fraud? Are we talking about President Trump, or are we talking about who are we talking about here? I want to know who's a liar and a fraud. What are you seeing is more the question. What are you seeing? This is your team, dude. They are wasting the years with Aaron Judge. You had a team, a high-priced team, and they didn't perform in the playoffs. That's the thing. Aaron Judge carried the team all regular season, carried the team all. I think the people who are running the team suck. Yes, because Hal is not a baseball guy. Hal is a businessman. We all know that. His brother, the brother who died, was the guy you wanted. So, but you're talking about who's he selling the team to? So he's going to sell to Jeff Bezos, and Bezos is going to bring in Theo Epstein, and who else is he bringing in? Who are you going to get to manage the team? Who's managing the team? Because we all don't. We all have had enough of Boone. I think Boone should go back to ESPN. And what's happening? Listen, we like the pitching, a lot of pitching, and we don't know. We have a lot of what ifs with Spencer Jones, with Dominguez, with Grisham, with Austin Wells, with Ben Rice, with Volpe, with Ryan at third base, with Cabrera. You want Girardi back. All right. You think he wants the job? I think he likes being calling baseball games. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's not happening. I mean, you could keep talking until your face turns blue, but it's not happening. He's not selling the team. And they're going to have a work stoppage next year because the contracts are out of control. And, well, I think it's out of control that Kyle Tucker got $60 million. I don't know where they calculated where Kyle Tucker was worth $60 million a year. I don't know. Feels like he's campaigning during games for what? What is he campaigning? Oh, Girardi is? Girardi's campaigning during games to be the next man, to come back as manager. I mean, Bill and Martin did it a couple times, so why not Girardi? So you think Girardi's going to bring new energy and it's going to get them over the hump? Didn't Girardi start grading on all of us by the end? Yeah, he won a championship in 2009, but after that, they had some down years, and I mean they're still winning. I mean, Boone's winning every year, showing his knowledge. I think they all have knowledge, and Boone has knowledge. Boone's been around baseball his whole life too. So, but it's all about analytics. So Girardi has balls, in your opinion? Yeah, I don't know anymore. I think they all. Yeah, yeah. I think you're. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't think the Yankees are winning anything. I think Judge is going to retire as one of the all-time greats who's never won a World Series. He got to one, and that'll be that. Yeah. Well, Boone is also in Cashman, and Cashman's running the roost, and Hal's not getting rid of him. So you're going to be stuck. This is your Boone will be manager for as long as it conceivably as long as it will be. Cashman will be the GM, and Hal's just going to keep collecting money because the people keep going through the turnstile. So I think you're kind of stuck the way it is. Now, I saw this. This was kind of interesting. Cooper Flag. Since the NBA ABA merger in 76, first 40 games, they said he puts them up there with Ron Harper and Michael Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan, 750 plus points, 150 plus assists, 50 plus steals, 30 plus blocks, clutch points. So Cooper Flag has started off to have a very, very solid career. I know Ernie wasn't high on him, and I'm not calling him out for that. I didn't know how he was going to translate to the pro game. He's only 19 years old, but goddamn, he's pretty freaking good. He's been, yeah, he has done all right for himself. Diego Pavia is entering the NFL draft. Somebody will pick him up. Thank you, College Football Alerts. Kiris Tonga, nose tackle. This year he had a pass defense, 9 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a quarterback hit. He will be playing, 5th year, he will be playing for the Pats against the Texans. Darnold hurt his oblique, but he said he's playing. He says, I'm playing. So I would think that oblique affects everything you do as a quarterback because the twisting and throwing the ball, but I could be wrong. Mitchell Northam said Nebraska is the first P4 team to add varsity women's flag football as a varsity sport, women's flag football. I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's awesome that they're doing that. So now we have flag football. I mean, I'm not going to watch it, but I feel like, hey, give women opportunities. I just don't feel stadiums going to be filling up to watch flag football. I could be wrong. Patty plays, Patty is very athletic, so it might work. And Greg Mattias said UVA to honor former basketball coach Tony Bennett, who won a chip in 2019 with designation on the court. He went 728 win percentage with UVA. Won a chip in 2019. Also lost in the first round. Can't comment on Wembase. Give me Sean Avery and Sean Avery is GM. Tommy wants Sean Avery as GM. Really, as GM? With no prior experience? Well, Boone never managed before. Sean Avery. You think Sean Avery will make the right decisions? Well, it can't be any worse than what Drury's doing right now. And he does have the Colony Pizzas to worry about. So there's that. All right. Okay. You know what? I'd ask Michigan about that because she is a big fan. She loves Sean Avery. He's pisses everybody off. Yeah, did I miss? Oh, I had some other stuff here that I took my pictures of. What else do I have? Yeah, the Mets, the big three, former Astros who have signed 9-figure contracts in free agency in 2019. Cole, Springer, Correa, Verlander, Bregman, and Tucker. Altuve and Alvarez signed 9-figure deals to stay. Thank you, Adam Spillane. Fuck them. And Steph Curry has the most games in NBA history with 25-plus points on 50% shooting, 40 from 3 and 90 from the line. But the real app never says what it is. Yeah. Celtics, man. God damn. Thunder blew out the Rockets by 20 on the road. Nobody shot well. Thunder improved to 35-7. Rockets fell to 23-15. So Thunder, after a little bit of a schneid, have started coming back. So the Michael Marino said first they signed Edwin Diaz, now they signed Kyle Tucker. The Mets don't feel like the East Coast Dodgers, that's for sure. No, they do not. No, this guy's like $60 million, just crazy. Anthony Simons, 39.7 threes, the first bench player with 100-plus threes this season. Yeah. He set a Celtics record for most points off the bench ever, Anthony Simons, who they said he was going to have a good season. So Ryan Garcia, I copied this because I was like, Ryan Garcia said, so now obviously the Yankees should have just signed Kyle Tucker, been saying this all winter. That being said, the Blue Jays are not getting him and maybe striking out on Bo Bichette. 2, gives you a clear path to the AL East if you land Freddie Peralta and retain Cody Bellinger. Yeah, Ryan, I'm not sure if I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I don't think that Cody Bellinger, that means everybody else has to play well. You need Grisham to have the season he has. They did score a lot of runs last year, right? I mean, they scored a lot of runs. Yankees will the East? Okay, Barnes. I think you better watch out for the Orioles. I think the Orioles are going to be a much better team this year. Yeah, I think so. Best pitching in the majors. Okay, how is it the best pitching in the majors? Cole's not starting the year. Rodon's not starting the year. Orioles 70 wins at most. You think the Royals are going to go, Cole's not starting the season. Rodon is not starting the season. Keep going. Fried. Okay. Fried was very good last year. Okay, that's one pitcher. Schlittler, very small window of games he's pitched. Yeah, of course. Rodon isn't starting the season either. So you're talking about a pitching staff that right now is injured is going to become the best pitching. Heel, again, did not have a great season. Very up and down last year. And hurt a lot. Arm problems. Yeah, I don't see it, dude. Yeah, with Schmidt and Warren. Yeah. Yeah. Yankees are the greatest. Everyone knows Lee is the worst. Depth. They have depth. Meanwhile, they're all hurt. It's that time of year for Barnes to be smoking the Chiba and saying, yeah, who's Lee? What are we talking about? It's that time of the year. Yeah. Oh, it's that time of the year? Oh, I thought you wrote Lee. Everyone knows. Yeah, everyone knows Lee is the worst. Who's Lee? Yeah, I don't know who Lee was, Josh. That's why I was trying to understand what you wrote right there. So I guess we're going to see. Barnes is going for spring training, and he's already Barnes, you should get a tattoo this year for the team because they're going to be the champs. So South Carolina beat Texas. I was watching that game, Wins basketball last night. First time the UT has lost back-to-back games since it dropped the second, third, and fourth games with its 22-23 season. Texas is 18-2, 3-2. Will look to snap a rare losing streak with Texas A&M in town. It was packed. Game was packed. Yeah. Don't know if Lee came out of that. Yeah, I don't know where Lee came. Get off my lawn. Yeah, I know. You sound like an old man. My Yankees are winning. Yeah, we're really in midseason form. Midseason what? Dude, it's January. How are they in midseason? You got to hope that everybody stays healthy. You know you're going to miss Stanton for half the season. But yeah, South Carolina, it was good lesson. I'm talking about you guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are acting. Well, you're saying they're the best ever. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about all of us. Barnes is on his lawn. He's going, yeah, he gets crazy. Josh Jabot. Sam Darnold has 0 touchdown passes in 2 starts versus the Niners in the regular season. Only quarterback in Super Bowl era with 0 TD passes in 3 regular season or playoff games, 20-plus attempts in a season versus one opponent. David Craig for the Chiefs for the Chargers in 92, who went to a college that isn't even a college that disbanded. I said, you said we have the best rotation. That's not the rotation now. So that's what you keep saying. Yeah. I said we have the best rotation. I'm talking about you guys with the conversation. You said we have the best rotation. They're all hurt, but we have the best rotation. Okay. Yes, it's going to be. Okay. Klay Thompson passed Damian Lillard for fourth all-time on three-pointers made, 28.05 to Lillard's 28.04. Good he came back for those two injuries. Yeah. Oops, deleted that. ESPY Awards are moving back to New York and will be held the day before Fanatics Fest starting this July, setting up sports version of Fashion Week in Gotham. Thank you, John Oran, for that, because I know the ESPY Awards are must-see television. I'm like, ugh, what shit. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about this. No, I do not care. Fred Warner will not be back this week. Said that hopefully he'll be back next week. That's yeah. The Players Association for the NFL says the league views prediction markets as gambling entities, so players are not allowed to be an endorser or brand ambassador for a company like Kalshi or Polymarket under the gambling policy. The PGA Tour says currently this is not an approved category, but I just saw that some golfer is doing it. So what does that mean? Who are the winners this week for the playoffs? All right, let's get to the good stuff. All right, I'm going to write this down. Let me write this down. Okay, let's go through. I'm going to take the Bills, and you'll tell me what you did, Barnes. Okay, we'll see how we did against each other. I'm going to take the Bills 24-10 over the Broncos. Seahawks, Niners. I just think the Niners might have. I'm taking the Niners 21-17 because that's the way I roll. Okay, Sunday afternoon, I'm taking the Texans 17-14 over the Pats. And the night game, I don't trust them, but I don't trust the Bears. I'm going to take the Rams, even though I'm rooting for I'm going to take the Rams 28-17. Okay, so I got the Bills, Seahawks, Texans, and Rams. What did you do? I wrote it down. Bills 24-10, Seahawks 21-17. Oh no, I took the Niners over the Seahawks, but I think that Sam Darnold's going to have a bad game. Texans with that defense, I didn't like the way that the Pats offense looked last week, and I just think the Rams are a better offensive team. Yeah. Bills, Pats. So okay, so we took Niners and so only one we differed on was the Pats game. All right. So that means so you took the Bills, right? You took the Bills too? So we have a dinner party tomorrow night. Starts at 5, and someone's showing up at the party, supposedly that is a Bills fan, so I think we're going to get the Bills game on too. So, but I don't know. And the Rangers are on at 1, and Barnes is going to be kicking and screaming through the whole season. You know, Barnes, I hope it turns out, but Orioles 7. I got to write that down. Barnes says Orioles. I want to write that down. Orioles 70-92. I want to see how close you come. That one is interesting to me because I feel like the Orioles have been so bad. I feel like it's time for them to turn it around, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens, but it could happen. I just feel like the Orioles should turn it around. Yeah, I'm just worried about the Yankees pitching. What about the Red Sox? Oh, Red Sox? Yeah, 80. Yeah, you see, I'm okay. I'd even almost go. So Red Sox. You said 80 and 82. All right, and I'm not opposed to that. Wait. And Josh just said Orioles. Well, you know what? Orioles 87, and Barnes says the Toronto. I got to write all this down because then we should have a bet among all of us. That would be good. How about we do the AL East? We have to do. We'll get it. We'll go through. We'll sit down and we'll go through every team prediction, and whoever I guess you have to win the whole division. Because then we'll predict all 4 teams, and then from there we should decide what we want to do. Josh has the Yankees at 91 wins. Really, I got to write all this down. Yanks 91 wins. So that 91-71 is a playoff team. Should be a playoff team, right? That's a playoff team. Josh has Toronto 91 wins. And Yankee Barnes, of course, 95-67. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I hope I eat those words. I really do. I worry about this team, Barnes. I really do. I really worry about this team. I do. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Let me see. Michigan Athletics. Michael K crashing out. Big mad tweeting. What is Michael K? What is Michael K tweeting about? Oh, Hinky Haynes, who I've told. Oh, Combs going on about. Okay, yeah. Well, of course, Combs going to go on about Judge. I mean, I'm not going to deny that Judge. Yeah, Judge is a phenomenal player. I just wish they could. Finally, he has a really, 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 really good postseason, and it all goes to shit. Yeah. Rays 75 and 87. All right. Yeah, we gotta go through all the teams though. I'm writing this down. I'll keep this piece of paper. Barnes. All right. I don't know. I think the Rays might be better than that. Just think the Rays always have, get some players that other teams have given up on, and so that they could be a little better. But 95 wins for the Yankees that's some big balls. You say Yankees have big balls. You got some big balls there. Big balls. Big balls. Riamalto, Bills activate Oliver, Samuel off IR. Oliver, that's be good for the defense. Nico Collins is out. Rams offensive lineman Dotson to return versus the Bears. QSAD means college football needs holistic reform. Balmer. Did you hear about the Seton Hall GM? Did you guys read about that? The St. John's GM. St. John's GM. Matt, what's his name? Matt. Matt Abdelmassa was fired on Tuesday night following their 92-68 win over Marquette at the Garden. Was reported in Newsdays that financial deals made by Abdelmassa was being scrutinized by the university. He'd been on administrative leave since December 20th, and his bio was removed from the St. John's Athletic website. And he operated honestly, he said, working within the parameters I was given in his 2+ years. A former agent and college assistant coach, including St. John's, a former coach, Chris Mullen. He was hired in the beginning of 23-24. They said the budget believed to be more than $10 million for this season. They won their first Big East, but I forget. I read about. Yeah, but there was some. They had something that he laundered some money. Yeah, he defended himself. Yeah, financial deals made, including that they said that he operated honest. Oh, alum wrote that he operated honestly and transparently. That's what he said. I'm a proud St. John's alum. Yeah, but I thought he gave money to something. Yeah, it didn't say it here. I saw it somewhere else where he was. Oh, nice. That's nice. Yeah. Who was reportedly, this was reportedly, is this the same article I just read? Oh, an administrative leave. But he did something with the money. I just read that was kind of crazy. All right. Let me get to some trivia because Michigan is at a class and I know she's going to be walking in the door. All right. I don't know if anybody's here. All right. Okay. Who was the first? Here we got the first question. She walks in. This might be the only question. Who was the only quarterback? Who's the only first quarterback in NFL history to lose a game after throwing multiple go-ahead fourth quarter touchdowns of 50+ yards? Who became the first quarterback in NFL history to lose a game after throwing multiple go-ahead fourth quarter touchdowns on 50-yard plus passes? Yeah, Josh, we're gonna have to write all this down again because it's all over the place. I don't have your name. Yeah, I'll put it down. So who do you think is the first quarterback who I'm gonna write it out in a board. Who is the first quarterback in NFL history to lose a game after throwing multiple go-ahead fourth quarter touchdowns of 50+ yards? Thank you, Dante Koplowitz Fleming, for this one. Who is the quarterback? Lost the game after throwing multiple 50+ yard touchdown passes in the fourth quarter. Happened this season. Very recently. Anybody? No. Good answer, but not Trevor Lawrence. That is not the correct answer, but a good answer, but not the correct answer. Oh, God. Active quarterback happened in the last game of the season. Last game of the season. Nope, not Jordan Love. Happened in a Week 18 game, which was a playoff game. Patty's not here, so Patty would answer, but Patty not here. Patty not answering. You said Love, Lawrence. They end up losing that game and not make the playoffs. Playoffs? Come on, Josh. Help me out here. Not Young. No, not Bryce Young. Someone else lost through 2 fourth quarter touchdown passes. No, it wasn't Bryce Young. Right, this team did not make the playoffs, but he threw 2. Nice go, Josh. I'll give you one more because I know she's walking in the door. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one. No. Okay. Here's a good one. Who has the most passing yards in a wild card round game all time? All time. Most passing yards in a wild card game all time. He is a retired quarterback who threw for the most yards in a wild card round game. Do you know who I'm talking about? Retired. He is not eligible yet. He's retired, but he's not eligible. It's a 5-year window, right? So he is not eligible yet for the Hall of Fame. He will be in the next, I think next year. I think next year he is Hall of Fame eligible, and he will get in. He will. He's a Hall of Famer. I don't think any of us have argued about that. Yeah. What did he throw for? He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ, 6-time Pro Bowl, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He won Rookie of the Year. Threw for over 64,000 yards, 418 touchdowns, 64.4 completion percentage. Played his whole 18-year career. Oh, no, he's eligible. Oh, actually, he is eligible next year or this year. Yeah, he'll be eligible after next season. Nope, but he was in the same draft class as Rivers. Yes, he was drafted. Yes. He was drafted in the same draft as Phillip Rivers. Nope, not Eli. Not Eli. He went 11th in the draft that year. He was the 3rd quarterback taken in the first round. J.P. Lozman that draft went 22nd to the Bills. Jesus Christ. Nope, not Breeze. Breeze was already in the league. Only played for one team in his whole career. Breeze played for the Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. This guy played all 18 years with one team and was furious at the team that didn't take him and destroyed them every time they played during his career with this team because they both played in the same conference. He was went to college, grew up, born in a certain state. That team didn't take him. He was furious, and he ended up playing for probably one of the biggest rivals for 18 years. Wow, Josh, you're really... Josh, you're going to kick yourself with this one, dude. You're going to kick yourself. Come on, dude. I know it's there. Same draft as Eli, as Phillip Rivers. He was the 3rd quarterback taken. Had a nickname, too. Big Ben. You want to take a guess how many yards he threw for in a playoff game? How many yards do you think? What do you think the record number of yards he threw for in a playoff game? How many yards did he get through for? Yeah. Good guess. He threw for 502 against the Cleveland Browns on January 10th. Wait, that wasn't the year he did. No, 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 no. That's not right. That's enough. Yes. Oh, 21. Yes. In the 20 season, 502 yards in the Steelers 48-37 upset loss to the Browns. He threw 3 first half interceptions, 47 completions. Yeah, that was the highest in the wild card round. They said 501, but I have it down as 502. So nice going, Josh. Thank you. I'm not around. Maybe Sunday. Thanks a lot for listening today. Barnes, you were beautiful as always. Ernie, Patty, Tommy, Josh, all you guys, you rock. Company of Jace. Love you guys. All right. Have a great day and enjoy playoffs. And then Monday night, college football. Yes.